Ay, 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 ay. It's a new day. And we gotta finish the game. I don't know how much longer I got in the game. I assume a pretty decent amount longer. And maybe even a healthily decent amount longer. If I decide to do something stupid like explore too much when I should be doing objectives. But yeah. Let's just get into it. I'm fiending for more and I slept late. Oh, I thought this was a cutscene. I'm just really close to the to the save point. I do truly wonder where this water's coming from. I guess the right assumption would be just like a water. I guess the right assumption for what this is hold on. My guardian protector is not in frame. I gotta make sure he's in frame. Oh, it's my hood. My hood. Let's try to. I gotta get my guardian protector in frame. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, I assume it's from like a water. Yeah, that's coming out of the pipes. That's some leakage going on. It's not the biggest priority, but I should get that fixed. Unless you like rain ASMR. Which, after the changes in scenery that I've had in this game so far, I think I'm alright with that. Just okay. What is this? Oh. You gotta wash me off? Oh. Not the lights. EL9 detected? Unable to administer disinfector. I didn't see that last part, but okay. Also, why does everything have to have like a bassy noise to it? Why can't it have like a treble beep or like a higher frequency something? Another person claimed by the biomass. What do we have here? Can we get better lighting on here? Okay, that's good enough. Day 1. Headaches. Sinus pressure, ice pick headaches, tinnitus, fullness in ears. Day 1 again. Eye strain. That's okay. Some instances of subconjunctival hemorrhage. Day 5, insomnia. Day 7, cognitive decline. Day 30. Oh, 7, cognitive decline. Visual manifestations and visual and auditory hallucinations. Okay. Day 30, breathing difficulties. Low-grade asthma, lower blood oxygen levels. I guess I have a cough, right? But our earliest exposure to anything was not on day 30. It might be on like day 4 or something. Or day 1. Day 45, dehydration. Okay. Unable to intake nutrients by mouth. Constricted veins difficult to detect for needle insertion. Okay, deep amber colored urine. Day 60, death. Okay. Day 61. Fruiting bodies. What is that? Okay. Development of a fungal growth on the back of the tongue observed during algor mortis. Positive cryptococcal test. Or sockle, I don't know. Is that what this is? It looks like it's sprouting more than just from the mouth. I wonder what the smell is. It must be absolutely abysmal. Whatever. We can't smell it. We don't have the 4D game. Laboratory 1. Nondescript door. Chemical lab, I mean, obviously. Founder's office. Alright. Dude, what's going on? There we go. I already forgot what room this was. Chemical?
We came so far. Further than anyone would have expected. This place is proof of our will, our perseverance, our vision. Soon the canal will speak.
Why do you want the canal? Oh. That was, metaphorical language, sorry. Paul Vargas. Engineering technician to Kenneth Murphy. Lead engineer, so this is his terminal. Oh. Automated sensor and decontamination is malfunctioning. It can identify contaminants, but it can't communicate the chemical formula necessary to sanitize. If I can get it fixed, we can work around by manually entering the chemical formula. I'll put a sign to inform the rest of the crew that use the main control lab. So it can identify, but can't convey what's needed to. Okay. That's kind of like a parallel between the ASN. How it was identified to like foreign objects and it didn't know how to fix it, so they just locked down and made the robots killer. Woke up in the past again, missing chunks of time. I feel like I need to be somewhere. Like waking up from a dream I can't remember that voice. Hi, boys. Together. And they changed. Damn. It said 1979 01 08. 1979 02 08. Is this in. What dating system is this? So is that a month or a day? I can't tell. I would assume that's a day. Whatever. Brother's got a void in his brain. Good for him, he doesn't have to think about much. Steak frites, spinach or cabbage, and the unimaginable pain. Steak frites, cabbage, and the overwhelming weight of all my decisions. Sounds like a succulent Chinese meal to me. Only I was a underwater sea creature I could climb down. What does it have? What does it say this time? Overflow and cisterns at 100% capacity. The hall. Someone took a chunk out of the door. It looks oddly clean. Maybe someone just pushed the door up and kept... Yeah, because there's a thing keeping it open. Never mind. You know, I'd just be jumping to conclusions. Nothing new. Nothing new. I don't think I have any directives. Oh. Letting. I haven't even got to checking that out. How is it a quest already? Needs to be an EL9 contamination. I need to find chemical laboratory to compile disinfect it myself. It's automated. We're cooking. We're cooking today. What is that? Is that a robot? Are we in robot territory? What is that? Disdain. I was like thinking it was a crater. Anyone in there? Anyone in there? Anyone in there? It's not even a stain either. It's a hole in the pane. Are these all rations? What are these? Also, it's very quiet in here. Jesus, what is that? Wait. Okay, I mean, like, I don't know, he just shows up like that. I mean, cool. 7496 for Maria. I mean, that got the blood pumping, but like, I don't know. It was just like a jump scare. That's just Unk from another planet. Nothing to worry about. I already forgot the number. 7496. All this advanced tech and the boot up sound for the OS sounds like a donkey burping or something. From Maria to William Davis, the founder. Discovered something in the arbor. It's a large animal that does not appear to be alive. I think it is. I think this is what some of the others saw. You must go and see. Then we need to get to the main control lab. I went back to the arbor to save as much of the fluids from the dissection as possible, but I let most of it soak into the soil. I wish circumstances were more jovial, but I am grateful to be able to share this moment with you, Maria. This is an absolute marvel, a native being of the moon. Do things in the canal count as native beings of the moon? Seems like a dimensional, like a realm-changing thing. I don't know if it's accurate to call it native. Also, why did that guy decide to jump scare me? And how does he just appear out of nowhere and then disappear? It might be the same guy who shows up in the whatever this thing. Through my seeing device. I don't know. I don't know who that could be. I mean, did we gain anything by coming in here? I still need a user ID. We also got to see whatever that thing was. I mean, it just looked like kind of like a... It's like a gremlin, goblin type of guy. Also likes to sing too. The number was 7496, right? Yeah, and it didn't work on the thing. What if I put my ID in? That would be kind of trippy. Let's try 7496 again. 2478. Whatever. We go back and maybe something else opened. It is where I'm hearing all this singing. So, yeah. How do I drain the water? I didn't see anything that would help me bring the water back here. Well, him jump scaring made me a little on edge. But it's fine, it's fine. If he just keeps on popping up in front of me, just like being a little goofball, you know, I'll be fine. Hold on, I didn't realize this before. Okay. Definitely missed something, but I don't know what. Let's just check this again. Why not? What is EL9 supposed to mean again? Yeah, definitely missed something. Good to know. And of course, well, I guess they wouldn't need security systems because the canal isn't nearby. I was thinking about like the power sources and all the locked doors to the power sources. That wouldn't really apply here because, you know. There's probably something I missed just because that guy popped up. Like this fuse box. That goes into here, which I cannot open. That's not a fuse box, that's just wires. Wait, I didn't read this before. On the team, there's a potential illness going around. Until we know more, STIPP is in effect. For first sign of symptoms, isolated, feeling ill, wipe down surfaces frequently, we provide masks, visit the lab. Ultras to be taken. One of our doctors will always be at the main control lab. Stop by at any time. Sleeping area will be set up for you in a designated isolation zone, and your meals will be delivered for the length of your isolation period. Chem will be conducting recurring surface swabs and used air filter testing. Bio will handle the pre-incinerated wastewater analysis. Engineering will be replacing all air filters of high efficiency particulate air filters over the next 48 hours. Reach out to the medical team with any questions. Thank you. I think those details are something I should pay attention to. Hold on. Air filters and engineering. Wastewater and pre-incinerators and bio. Chem. Surface swabs and air filter. Ultras will be taken in the lab. Oh. That was an EXE. Okay. says please terminate this program. Oh, is it? Maria. So this is where all the... Oh, it's coming from the speaker. Huh. I can feel the frequencies in my brain. There's sound effects for this? Nice. Very cool. Ah! What? Sir? 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 I thought that was the speaker, dude. You kind of chill though. Oh, he just phases into the floor. That's not fair. So he was baiting me into thinking it was the speaker? I have gaming on me, low-key. Why does he want to attack me now, though? He didn't want to attack me 2 minutes ago. Unless that's not the same guy. That one might be Victor Wembanyama, and the other one was, I don't know. Dikembe Mutombo. Oh, chemical. EL9 solution. Disinfectant compiler, main control lab decontamination. Well, that helps. Reminder to source new sample for EL9 testing from the cistern. Oh yeah, I still need to go to the cistern. Okay. I guess this is how the elements react to each other. I love a chemistry. I love a chemistry. I'm actually kind of indifferent about chemistry, so I guess it's not a bad thing. Successful is a base, an active copper 2+ ion, another active that's not specified, in a stabilizer. Kind of simple. I don't know how to compile these, but we'll see after I get some, oh, basic progress. So the cistern is what's behind that code. I can test this now? I might as well, right? Base active 1. Copper ion. Active 2, we do not know. Stabilizer, we do not know. And the base, we don't know. I thought it just meant like in general. Since we're here, we might as well do it, right? So what is the EL9 in general? Are we just looking to get a neutral substance? I mean, isopropyl might be a good one. Water content improves penetration. Water alone does not work for copper or hydrogen peroxide. But isopropyl is an effective base, dissolves cell membranes, making pathogens more vulnerable. Copper and peroxide. What's EDTA? Isopropyl looks like our best option for a base for now. Let's put that there. And a stabilizer. Can boost chlorhexidine strength. Could destroy our solution too acidic. No, that's a no-go. Could disrupt peroxide. pH levels help copper stay active. Sodium bicarbonate could be one. Good at cleaning up. Gray metals that would weaken phenol. Can weaken when a lot of alcohol, such as ethanol. When in a lot of alcohol. Stabilizes metals and protects H2O2. Copper is a metal. Is hydroxide the H2O2? I'm forgetting. Polyvinyl pyrrolidone. PVP. Good stabilizer, but could make the solution more viscous than we want. PVP can retain and slow down the release of silver ions. I'm not using silver ions at the moment, but I could. Let me figure out what my second active is. Oh, good. Hydrogen peroxide is the H2O2. Okay. Isopropyl is also neutral. Stable and slightly acidic conditions is the copper. Let's try sodium bicarbonate as the second one. For now. When I can't use it. Never. So sodium bicarbonate is a stabilizer. Okay. Potential actives. Probably what I should have read first. Unstable if exposed to strong acids or too much chloride. Best in mildly acidic environments. Highly compatible. EDTA can bind silver ions too tightly. Very acidic would destroy copper. Even stronger than peroxide. Can reduce copper's strength. Hydrogen peroxide works well with EDTA and copper. EDTA is a stabilizer, right? So we had this here. Then we had that there. We have some synergy. But I need to fix the rest of it was with a base. I don't know if isopropyl is good for this. Let me see the properties of EDTA real quick. EDTA. Cleaning up stray metals that would weaken Phenol. Can weaken when a lot of alcohol. Stabilizes metals and protects H2O2. So it doesn't have any negative effects other than when it's with ethanol. So we just double check the isopropyl and I think it's good enough. Yeah, this is the move. It says more vulnerable to copper and peroxide. I have both of those as the actives. Test. Compound is 100% effective. I'm a scientist. Okay, so what does it say? Main control lab is now accessible. Ooh. What is that noise? I always hear it, and I don't know what it is. It's like a bang. Huh. I can go into decontamination. We just gotta get through our bestie friend. Our bestie friend. There's that noise again. I think it has to do with these doors. Alright. That's what we do as the software engineer. We do the chemist's job. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Our best friend's out here. Come on. Is that even a... Oh, yeah, that's a tunnel. Look at him. Look at him. Got that hunchback from being in this realm for too long, dude. He says he has to adjust for all the short ceilings. The craziest part is I can barely see him when he's a decent distance away. Slightly worrying, slightly worrying. Oh, if I'm in here and he comes in here, I'm cooked. The door in the main wing. I don't know what that is, but I'll turn it on. He's coming, hold on. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, so this just loops around. Why did I not notice that when I walked over to chemical? Whatever. I guess we go to decontam. I should get a battery soon. I think we'll be okay though. Spray me with that isopropyl copper EDTA I can't remember that. Peroxide combo. What is that? What is that? What is that? Did this person's body just become like a skin sack? Like what? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's all in the room they needed to break out? Huh. Let's see. No information on who the patient is or the tether partner. Okay. Whatever the tether partner is supposed to mean. Unidentified remains of unknown animal. General Pierce, large animal, deceased, pale flesh, and hairless. Height 2.1 meters. Length 3.4 meters. Put him in the UFC. Weight 406 kilograms. He's not that tall though. The vertebrae animal looks to be of a mammalia class with 10 limbs. Oh, this isn't even the one we know about. The neck measures 120 centimeters. Examination shows an apple lodged within the long throat, which was probably the cause of death. Digestive system consists of one stomach with 4 compartments. No apple was found in any of the compartments. Ovaries are present, but no evidence of a uterus or cervix. Mammary glands and internal sex organs suggest the animal's female, which also suggests the potential existence of a male mate. Due to the size of the subject, a partial autopsy had to occur at the site of discovery in the arbor. Much of the subject remaining there. Transport of the rest of the subject to the lab has been scheduled for tomorrow. The arbor has been closed off for the time being. This thing died because it ate an apple? Is that what this is? I don't think so. It's not big enough.
Such sorrow.
I have to apply my eye drops. Hold on.
Or is it heartache?
Heartache?
How lonely she must have been.
It's just straight delusional.
Here now.
So what was the point in coming in here? All we learned is that there's a creature. And that this guy's still hallucinating. Maybe I shouldn't say still, but you know. Got an ID card or something here? Yep. 2408. Why is it open? Why is it open? I thought that was closed. I'm not going there, dude. I guess I gotta go. Guess I gotta go. It's just... I forgot which camera allowed me to see the creature. Let's do a little save. I'm still like wondering what happened. It's like what we were on that base with the mall, right? As a software engineer. It seems like we're still the software engineer, but we're somewhere else. For lack of explanation. I get this little tiny sliver of a window to see who's in there. I'm just like in the door with the flap open, peeking. I'm assuming it can phase through walls, but I don't think it's gonna do that. Why did it like jog for a second? I heard that. I heard it take some couple of quick steps. Is that how it knows? That speaker when I got next to the door. Whatever, let's just go. I forgot the OS takes 40 minutes to open. Here we go! Oh, look at the tunnel's perfect height for the creature. No wonder why all its fecal matter's around here. What's it doing over there? Did it eat an apple? Is it yakking? That's how we fight these things. We throw organic matter from Earth at it. Why the apple tree's so important. It's got a bigger flashlight. It's a manhole cover? Okay. Just walking to be safe, you know? What is that? I don't think I can go through there. That's all that matters. Okay. Let's go to the light. Big pipes. Am I done here? I'm going to leave now if that's the case. Oh, it's filling. What? I went the wrong way. I don't know what was in the dark. But I went the wrong way. I'm not looking. I got took. It's okay. He not mad at me or nothing, man. What in the... What was I looking at, man? It's just hallucinations, bro. It's just hallucinations. Like if I go over here, nothing, bro, nothing. We're good. We're good. Life could be a dream. It is a dream. So the ladder climbing is so loud. Had me spooked. So what was that, like a fetus? Or a child? And then that weird creature they described in there? Why was the child in like a ring? Is this the founder's room? What was that? No problem. Yan's terminal. Staring biomarkers detected. More detail. I'm gonna let them walk. Because soon I can't wait for the radiocarbon results. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep thinking about what types of ancient life could have left these biomarker assemblages and disables it from how long ago. As excited I am. Doesn't feel right celebrating this without Edith. Proteinogenic amino acids. After everything, it has all been worth it. This is momentous. Life right here, right now with us on the moon. Maybe the canal arbors. Is there anywhere to hide in here? Let's do a little bit of these. Oh, we're good, we're good. Maybe the canal arbors and a more aspirable environment for certain organic material. After I get the next experiments logged and prepped tomorrow, I need to talk with Barbara. What I'm experiencing does not fill me with confidence. The loss of time, the hallucinations, and yet I embrace this. I embrace it. I embrace the process. I hear it now. The canal is our only way to go on together. Reminds me of No, I'm Not a Human. When you get that one ending with like death. Do not know exactly where I'm at currently, so I don't see anything there, but I hear it. I think we go this way. Why do I hear him in the speakers? Let's go down. Yippee. Oh, another emesis-filled chamber. Don't slip on the poopa. This whole thing was filled with water before? You're gonna need like an environmental engineer, dude. Gotta reprocess all that water with all this you know. An ongoing cycle of natural actions and patterns. What is this, like an art piece on your moon base? For the airlock ID log at 0237 LTC Kenneth Murray Fee and Kenneth Murphy has left the base on his own. ID crew is sparse due to loss of life and current illness. No one saw Murphy leave and did not inform anyone of his plans for safety reasons. The base is now on lockdown. Comms have been left on in the past in the event of Murphy returns. That same thing happened with someone else. I can't remember who it was though. But I assume it's just because they wanted to go to the canal.
The canal whispers my name, urging me forward. Okay. One final moment. One last glance upon her face before I leave.
You said what? One last what of a face? I'll just play it again. I gotta read this anyways.
The canal whispers my name,
At their partner.
urging me forward.
Patient ride from the canal. Okay.
Okay. One final moment. One last glance upon her face before I leave.
And nothing got them hypnotized, brother. Gonna leave your wife or significant other just to do this canal hubbub? How can I hear the audio between the door? It's just the banger. Williams terminal. What was Williams' ID? Oops, I think I double clicked it. When did we... Oh, Williams' ID was the 2408. Okay. Alright. Let me in. Give me security level 3. Very nice. Very nice. What is I like how the recordings have like intros. Oh, that was the thing that ate the apple? Got about 10 limbs. Well, that was the thing we saw on our vision. This supposed to like mirror a biblical story or something? They ate the apple and died. Phoebe's found by Maria, even already dead upon discovery. Cause of death seems to be asphyxiation, choking on an apple. Can I rewind the video? Okay. Moon base, get a moon base but can't rewind a video. No. Whatever floats your boat. A magnificent mammalian mammal. Nah, they already said mammalian. Specimen, a true being of the moon. Behold so much history in the layers of her mind. Other entity that Henry encountered is still here. I can feel sadness that is not my own. Others think they are hallucinations, they are mistaken, they are memories. I slept in the main control lab last night. When it was just me and her, she spoke to me. Was that's what he meant by seeing her face? Okay, never mind. Forget the significant other talk I was talking about. I know now there's no place for us here, not in a conventional sense. The canal is the answer. Just a few of us left now. Won't be long till we're all together. Ooh-wee, it's time to join them. Before I go, I must look about her one last time. The question is if these creatures came from the canal. How come I can't open this door? And the creatures came from the canal. Why did they decide to leave it? Because obviously you can infer that they're more eager to leave than us humans. Probably because either they're more familiar with the moon, or he had some disposition to, or desire to leave. So why would you want, if there's a chance that they have a desire to leave, then why would we want to go in there? He's like, we gotta go back. I just wish the door would open. Make it a whole lot easier for me to go back. Is someone in here with me? What is that? It's a ring. Oh. Early onset. Chinkus. Who's telling me not to give up? Myself? They were saying that you would hear auditory things of your own voice, but I don't know, I don't want to believe that. Guess I'll grab a fresh battery just cause. It's not. So we were on the other side of that door, but what? Oh, Why do I hear it so close now? I'm gonna leave now. We're gonna go home. Okay. All right. I love low gravity. One shiny micro step for man, one humongous leap for mammals. Alright, I gotta indulge in my curiosity. If I go farther. Let's make it at that hill right there. Anything behind this rock? Oh. My mind won't let me travel the moon. Okay, so we can go to all the prong rooms and the elevator. No, the elevator was how I got here. That was clearance 2. Legacy.
This is William Davis, founder of Prism Institute. I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude to each and every member of Prism. Your tireless work, your dedication, and your remarkable foresight.
Did I listen to this before?
I suspect those back home are utterly unprepared for what we shall find.
Just some hubbubs. Alright, here we go. Okay, so prong 1 should be our first order of business. Prong 1, prong 2 is misaligned. Why didn't that show up before? What am I looking for? Oh. Alright, cool. Whatever that means. I gotta go to ectograph, extreme premium ectography. I think it's prime. Let me save my game too while we're at it. Check our tasks too. I guess I'll do this. Is the door for imaging open? Imaging 2. Prong 2. Line prong 2 and then shut that off. Why is he getting closer? Why is he right behind me? I'm committing to this. Oh my god. I thought bro needed to appear first. Whatever. Where does it take me? My save point? Man, I was committed. I was committed to aligning the prong. What can I say? What can I say? What can I do about it? Also, I thought I had to, what do you call it? I thought I had to be able to see them. Yeah, that sucks, I guess. Do this quickly. See if we can do it before he gets over here, because I assume he notices I'm here. Yeah, we can go to imaging for the echography. Whatever that means. Gotta power it on. What is this? The path. I'm probably over exploring right now. Because I'll probably get to here at some point.
Reality diverges from our expectations. The canal, the moon. It
require?
Another contraction.
About to give birth in this situation? Align subsurface imaging prongs to the designated contact point to perform the scan. Sure. Contact pressure 5.2 kilopascals. Signal clarity greater than 82%. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. At least give me a loading. Let's say, give me a loading screen or something instead of this stuff. Proceed to the ripening and induction terminal immediately. I wish I could just see. Where do we think it is? Maybe like on the other side of the door? Where like the shadow starts? Oh! What was that? Guess they phase through reality again. But what? Ripening and induction terminal. My guess is here. Okay. Did I check like the objectives? Here, let me check the objectives first. I just went straight here just because I wanted to, not really because I knew it was the way to go. So it just tells me all the prongs are aligned. Yeah, freaking water barrel. I'm gonna assume it is. Okay. Let's check this first. I have no idea what the purpose of a room like this could be. My brain hurts. Never back down, never what? Never back down, never what? I can't even tell what my character's trying to do. Inject amniotic brine? What is that? Yes or yes? Chill out, Genki, hold on. And now trying to get me to do stuff. I got places to explore. You're gonna give me a yes and yes option. I'm just gonna assume that it's not what I want to do. What? Oh. What? There's no other path? Oh, you telling me I gotta inject that moon bacteria? Guess I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't even know what this is supposed to mean. Amniotic brine. Left or right? Left. What is this supposed to mean? The canal is ready. Pause. But okay. I'm so excited to go to the canal. I want to go see what it's really about. Look at me as I shout. What's happening? Is this like just things I'm, what do you call it? Things I'm hallucinating? The door disappeared. I swear the door was here before. Nah, I'm just tripping. Save the game, I guess. Hey, what is this? Archive inactive. Gonna turn this stuff off on me? That's okay. At least I can access my joust for whatever reason. Oh my gosh! Bruzza. Can't you let me go to the canal in peace, brother? I bet that's like the engineer or something. What? Man. This guy's a cornball. How did I get that scared out of this cornball activity? So what, this is like the story of an entity's wife dying to Apple? No battery. Alright, man. Where are the back muscles at? That just look like rib cage and spine. With slight scoliosis. Hold on, I see the scoliosis. I need to fix my posture. Man, you really got me though. I was just like, oh, we gotta go to the canal, we gotta go to the canal, we gotta go to the canal. He's just trying to see the wifey, bro. Does he replay the video? Oh, he did. Okay. Alright, I'll see you later. We'll swap places. I'll go to the canal. You, stay here and cope about loss. Like we all do. Did this flip? I swear the door was to the right. I'm tripping. It was to the left. This is where my boss battle against Darth Vader happens. I can feel the energies. Prism. I need to go. Security clip, man. Joke. I don't have battery. Where did my battery go? Brother, I don't have battery. I don't. How you gonna do this to me? Oh. What? How does that make sense? Oh, one battery left. Okay. It's like I was destined. I was destined with my spare battery. Blue? Alright. Blue. Let's embrace the unknown, I guess. I hope I see Mickey Mouse. There you go, let's go see. I bet Mickey Mouse is down here. Can I see in the dark, please? Oh, they installed lights. Perfect. I like how, like, well, I guess that sequence kind of egged you on to sprint. Because, like, the whole game I wasn't sprinting for the most part, unless I felt like it was fine. I wasn't, like, exploring new territory. But there, everything was, like, collapsing, so I was assuming I had the sprint. Got that Indiana Jones chase sequence embedded into my mind.
You've come so far.
Have I?
One final step.
Oh no, no, I'm the baby. The canal, the canal. I didn't expect it to, I didn't expect it to be blue. All right, pull out your cell phone. We gotta get the clip. Guys, I just entered this crazy location. Oh, the ground looks like, well, I can't see if I look straight down. If you look farther, there's like that granular pattern. That was the same rock as in the founder's room. I guess it wasn't an art piece. It was literally rock from the canal. Wait, that looks exactly like the ASN. That's strange. What is that? Is that me? Oh, I didn't see when it blipped.
Together. We begin anew. Through me, you endure. Through you, I endure.
Flower! Oh, it's reversing its aging. $19.99. 2025. Final distribution report date December 5th. That's 2 days ago. Prism Lunar Container Recovery Program. Okay. Objective was to recover data associated with the original Prism Canal expedition. Prism Lunar Expedition geological actions with the site known as the canal operations continued until 1979. And then there's some 1999 Union Plaza report point John Cooper reported discovery in the Union Plaza operational irregularities. There's a gap between 79 and 99. Software engineer sent to correct the automated the ASN and entered the ward. Contraction events align with patterns from the original Prism Canal expedition escalating intensity. Cover all Prism mission data related to the canal. Retrieve a regular value. Secondary objectives: indeterminate origin or authorized function. LCRP lunar touchdown at 2027 UTC, approximately 800 meters from the ward's airlock. On entry of the ward, the crew reported a dense concentration of particulate matter described as bink or pollen. At 2218 UTC, substantial interference. 2352 UTC, a complete telemetry loss. Final transmission contained one image. J.D. Vance. What are they censoring? There's no body there, though. I thought there was a body there before. Chapter 1. Rebirth. Was that what the original chapter 1 was called? Reach chapter 00? Okay. I'm confused. What's the rebirth supposed to mean? So, I'm confused by that last image. So that last image contained the plants with the flowers bloomed. I think the image is in the same location as the image taken by John, but there's a body that was growing plants. And so, was there something down that tunnel that is further? Because we didn't see the back wall in the image. Or was this just a psychedelic form of, or psychedelic? Is this just like a form of life, alien life on the moon that caused this sort of hallucination? But that wouldn't make sense. There's too many people involved to make the whole operation and build huge like facilities. And they researched the canal, but not like, it seemed like their focus was on the canal, not the plants, so to say. Of course it's life, and then there's those creatures, whatever those creatures are, I don't know. Hallucination type beat. But I need that comprehensive what do you call it? YouTube retrospection. Trying to make heads or tails of this. I'm trying to see if there's a an end to what I'm thinking of. Because the simplest solution, or the simplest thing would be they researched it again in 2025 or something. Wait, yeah, in 2025, and they just found the tunnel and the cycle continues. Which would make sense, right? It'd put us back at chapter 1 rebirth. Hold on. You can't do a new game on top of the thing. But it seems like this game is about an anomaly that exists on the moon. In a reality where humans have kind of made advancements on having provisions on the moon, like that mall and stuff. And that life. I'm wondering how that So, would it make sense to say the following? So, here, So, John Cooper makes his rounds around the facility. I'm assuming that facility is above ground on the moon. And the base itself that we went into, the 1979 and previous base, was underground. So maybe they didn't know it was there for XYZ reason. But John Cooper makes his rounds and he stumbles across the plant organic matter at the entrance of the canal. And then they develop a disease, and then in the ball, that disease is not recognized by any of the technology, so it triggers the help robots to go AWOL. And then going from there, you deal with the robots and you turn off the security system that is detecting this foreign anomaly. And since you did that, you also get infected at the same time because you're in the proximity as the software engineer, as as you go near the body bags. And one of them, I think we did see one that was growing plants out of it. So through there's that infection connected. Also, John Cooper was out and about and we were in his office. So he probably got sick after entering his office, because I remember the first time we had one of those blackouts or like coughing fits was when we walked into John's office for the second time. And so after you get the hallucination, we go to the ASN. I think the ASN was just the technology they had. It is a little interesting how it represents like the center of like a blooming flower, or like a pre-blooming flower. But we turned that off. We're still infected. Is there anything that could lead us to believe that opening the ASN, because that's what we did after when we shut it off, it opened. Opening it released something. I'm not led to believe that. But what I am led to believe is that that infection probably caused my character to do something that connected him with the canal in some sort of way. that allowed him to roam around and find the base, the 1979 prior base. I don't think the ASN itself had anything to do with that. I think the virus itself or not the virus, whatever's happening with the canal, it allowed me to be drawn to it. And me shutting out the ASN kind of let all the facilities open up, so to say, because I remember the reason why you don't turn it off is because it provides vitals and stuff like that, people who are inside the facility. So from there we go to the aftermath, but we black out because we're being led by that canal disease. And so we go through the whole process of trying to open the canal and enter it. And the only reason why we're trying to do that is because we're already caught by the disease. Thank you, John Cooper. And so we go through the whole process to get the disease, and then we see some entities. I don't know what the entities are supposed to be from, but that's probably because probably because they're deeper in the canal or something more secretive in the canal. We do have a save slot here, so maybe we can watch that cutscene again. I did miss something. I missed when we opened or walked up to the canal, or walked open to that field with the rocks on the thing, and then there's that ASN, and it opened up, and then we saw the cutscene, and it blipped between the guy in the spacesuit, which is presumably me, and something else. I didn't see what that was because I was looking at my thing. So I guess we can go here real quick just to see that cutscene again. But before we move on with the game theory, we gotta go check it out. So I guess this is past... what do you call it? This is past the, where they took that image. So we're deeper than where John ever went. Possibly, he could have just went in anyways.
You've come so far. One final step.
It's an eclipse. I would keep yapping. Notice how I don't have the ID card. I don't have the ID card that I normally had before. And I'm assuming the fetus is supposed to resemble that other cutscene with the feminine monster that died eating the apple. Now that I think about it, I'll go into that in a second. But something clicked there, and I got some more game theory. But I want to see what this other thing is first. Okay. I'll probably get brain aneurysm if I try to run somewhere else. So are these like all the people who died in the canal? You know what's crazy? I would have never got that imagery of like seeing that these are all the bodies. I didn't do this again. So where are they going up to? They're pulsing. Something's feeding on the matter that's down here. Okay. Okay, so it was a blip of that creature.
Together. We begin anew.
And then it alludes to this image, which is the
Through me,
hold on.
you endure.
I don't remember.
Through you, I endure.
Okay, so that, yeah, okay. Things are lining up. The finger thing. Creation of Adam. Creation of Adam. Can I skip this? So, a finger thing. Creation of Adam. Okay. But moving on from just before I get to that. So that was the creature. So there's some sort of, it's trying to show some connection between the creature and my door's closed and I can hear. Hold on, volumes are too loud right now. One moment. Okay. Doop 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 doop. Okay, so I guess I was trying to show a parallel between the creature and my character, the software engineer. So using that information along with that field of biomass with tentacles that were pulsating vertically leads me to believe that there's like a hive mind or like an entity that's collecting what do you call it? Just collecting bodies to be one with it. And it says, through you I endure. Which might be a biblical reference, or just like if you take it literally, maybe it's just sustenance. We are its sustenance. And there's a cycle going on here, so it keeps on feeding on humans who come to the moon. But there's that. There's also there, the ASN little bulb itself, I don't think that's meant to be taken as like it exists in the canal physically. I don't think that's supposed to be the connection there. I think it's just supposed to be a metaphorical representation of some sort that I don't know the answer to. I guess that's just because that's our goal, and maybe it like psychologically connects for our character that our goal is to be in the canal and be in that spot. So maybe for other people who have different goals, they'll see different things, which might propel their desire to feel that it's a requirement to go into the canal. And so, moving on from that, there's an entity that's consuming humans or using them as sustenance on the moon in a cave. Now, let's go with the parallels. At the end there, we saw the taller, skinnier, or like lankier Victor Wembanyama. There you go, Victor Wembanyama, who jump scared me really hard at the end. He obviously was the male counterpart to that entity that died by eating the apple. So eating the apple, there's a strong parallel to be made there, since everything's kind of adding up now. So biblical type beat, biblical Old Testament lore says, there's a word of phrasing. I don't know if the Old Testament actually says this, but it's taken that eating the fruit of good and evil is what ultimately kills your body physically. So you know, we lose like what, immortality. Women have to give birth and have painful, you know, contractions. You know. So there's a biblical reference there. And then in the cutscene, creation of Adam. Okay, follow me now. I think there's something else. But if we view that literally, can that entity that's in the cave, I think it's safe to assume that whatever's in that cave can ship out, create humans or creatures, and also consume humans. In other words, it can create beings, but it can also it also desires to bring it back to itself. So humans back to itself. So what I'm wondering is this game about an entity that's supposed to parallel the Old Testament God, or just a God in the Bible, if that makes sense? And it's like, flipped it on ya. God is this thing on the moon, and it can create humans, but it also just likes to eat them or bring it into one. But that would assume that entity is a lot stronger than we saw in the game. Because if you just look at it as an entity, there's too many biblical tethers to like not infer that the creators of the game wanted to make that connection. So maybe there's an explanation along the lines of each planet or big body that has a gravitational pull has an entity on it that has that process. So maybe there's one that's on Earth. And since Earth is a bigger planet, that scientifically doesn't make sense, because how would they sustain life on the moon? Assuming that this entity only shows up where life can be on that planet. Yeah, I don't know. There's a picture that I'm putting in my mind, but I don't think I'm getting a full one. Basically. As to why the game's called routine, I think routine is supposed to refer to a cycle that happens over and over again. And you could make that, I think it's the safest connection to link that to the chapters in the game. And basically it's like, go to the moon, find the plant, get infected, everyone who goes to the moon after that yacht until there's no other people going to the moon. And then someday, I don't know, 20 years from now, more people go to the moon, see the plants, see the canal, get the virus, have the desire to enter the canal, keep on sustaining the entity. It's interesting, but are we supposed to, I don't know how we're supposed to. There's like too many biblical references between those entities that were in the research base for me to make a total separation from that's the intention was it to be just similar to biblical things. The creatures definitely didn't look human. They were more advanced though. Large, able to phase through walls that male adjacent one was. Victor Wembanyama. Question is, why did the entity decide to make creatures? Because I think there's only two, other than the plants. There's the ones that we saw, which was the one that ate the apple, and then the one that was on our tail for the second half of the game. But why, if it wants humans so bad, why does it ship out creatures to what? Why did they ship out creatures to leave? Like, what was the MO of those creatures? What was their purpose of being? They already have the plants that attract human beings to enter the canal. So why would they ship out other creatures? Because even if those were other humans that entered prior, I don't see how they would help in bringing them back in. Yeah, I'm gonna need the deep dive. I'm gonna need the retrospective. I don't got all the answers. I'm trying to think if I forgot something, because I think the biggest thing would be if I forgot the mentioning of a different entity or creature that in the, whatchamacallit. Because another way you can explain the creatures being out is that maybe deep in the canal there's some sort of civilization or something. Let's just say that. Or it's like a fourth dimensional creature where it flip-flops between different dimensional areas or something. What if the female adjacent one was curious? So following biblical stuff. Curious about something, exited the canal, just like we're so addicted to entering it, and they found our convention of organic matter, which was the apple that we made from the apple tree. They ate it and they're like, oh, physical death or something, I don't know. And then the male adjacent one was the significant other of that female one, and then exited with it to find her, to find that she was dead, and he's only lingering because he doesn't understand the concept of video, and he's just trying to watch that video of his wife over and over again, like we saw in there. That would make sense why the male adjacent creature is out, but it doesn't answer why the female adjacent one was. There is some more to be dissected, because there was that thing where it showed the female adjacent creature looking over a baby creature thing. I don't know what that was all about. It did make that parallel of us going into the fetal position. What? Is that like a rebirth? I don't. Could say this, that, or the next thing, but there's no evidence for it, so I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. That was routine. Excellent game. Excellent game. I thoroughly enjoyed and thoroughly loved this game. I think everything was presented in a way that was very digestible and like it was like a balance, because there's like a threshold where you start getting bored of looking at all the lore of a game through audio logs and whatnot, but this game kind of found a way to toe the line and keep me like reading out all this stuff. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. Or maybe, I don't know, if I claim it's too little, then that means I know the full picture, but there wasn't enough information to find the full picture. I don't know the full picture, so I can't comment on that. But right. Gameplay wise, I like the ideas. And I liked how they're executed too. I just I don't understand what the point of the hold space and then W or S to like you're standing and then you go on your tippy toes or you crouch down a little bit. I didn't use those features at all. So I wonder what the point of that was. There's the one where you're like laying down and then you go lower to see underneath. That's a very nice feature. Because if you peek under a door and then you see something crazy, then that's crazy. Like it's kind of like that thing where you're in a closet and you're like peeking a little bit out, but it's more realistic because you're peeking underneath and it's harder to notice if someone's peeking underneath a door because they're probably going to be at higher level of sight, so they won't see angle wise someone peeking underneath. I like that feature. I liked that feature. I didn't like how they used it fully because I did peek under doors, but I didn't really see anything other than other areas. But with like the normal stuff, like that gun, that was a very unique thing. Checking out, using all of its buttons and whatnot, and integrating all the buttons in a way where it wouldn't be clumsy and you wouldn't have to use it in high stress scenarios. Or not that using it in high stress scenarios would be a bad thing. It's just that like it's kind of clunky to be press R, pull out the gun, use your mouse and click what button to press. It was not like they didn't force an urgency when the thing wasn't built for urgency, if that makes sense. But it did use its functions thoroughly. Except for like the fuse thing, because I noticed that the fuse feature, the top one that you get at the beginning, how we shot at the fuse boxes, was only used in the first half of the game when we're in like the mall. But not really, I don't think it was used at all in the second half. But they did use the blacklight one pretty well. Or at least its use was spread between the two chapters, or two macro chapters, let's say. And then the bottom module makes sense that they didn't use it till the second half because it wouldn't make sense to have a security clearance thing that worked like that without like a big humongous threat like the entities from the canal. Something also that doesn't make sense, or that doesn't make sense with my current theory, is that that creature that was chasing me in the second half of the game was able to phase through walls pretty much, and then, or let's say flip dimensions, walk through walls, audibly walk around, and then pop back up. So why did, if in the beginning I was in the mall and I was I was fighting those robots, why didn't it chase me out, try to chase after the people in the mall? Is that because of ASN? And us turning off ASN allowed that thing to run a bit looser? That could be an explanation, but I don't know how the ASN bulb thing ties into the game. I need some lore on like who created that ASN. I don't know if I missed it or not. I feel like I would have noticed if it was about that. Maybe I wouldn't have. There's a hole there, but yeah, phenomenal game. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I think that'll be it for me today. I would play Tarkov, but like I don't know, I feel a little lazy. Feeling a little lazy today. And yeah. So I think that'll be stream for today. That'll be it for stream for today. Yeah, Routine, fantastic game. But thank you for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. See you later.